Thousand dollars your uncle. If you want to do a day trip from Hanoi, you should go check out this Ninh Binh one-day tour. This is the last part of the tour. We'll get to visit a dragon up on top of a mountain. It's a 500-step walk up. It's a beautiful view, great exercise. And I'll give you some tidbits on summiting, I guess. Here's a lying dragon. Go check it out. The full video is here. And please hit that like and subscribe button, man. And yeah, I don't know that dude, but he was funny as heck, man. Here we go. Fitness, foodies, and the fabulous absurd. From burpees to Camus, you're never gonna know what you're gonna get from your BURPEEyoga uncle. Well, it's the last part of the one-day journey. It took the whole day. Started like around 6:30, ended around 7 o'clock at night. And this is the last part of the activity, which is climbing up a 500-step mountain to see a lying dragon. I suppose I can say it in some Vietnamese word, but I'm probably going to butcher it. But it's basically the lying dragon mountain, or Ninh Binh Mua Hoa cave. Here it is. There's right there. Bang Mua Hang Kui. I give up. This is your uncle. I can speak multiple languages, but apparently not Vietnamese. It was a great walk. It's kind of windy on the top. I'll leave you be to watch the rest of the video. One tidbit though, once you summit, it is a effing long wait to get to the top of the dragon, because everybody and their brother and mother wants to take 10,000 hours taking 10,000 videos and shorts, Instagram posts and whatnot. So in hindsight, would I have wasted the time to wait there? I think I waited like half an hour on the top of the mountain just to summit to see the dragon. Probably not. And if you want to be a dick about it, there's an exit around the end, and you can actually, some people were really dicks and they really came up to the summit through the exit and they climb up. It was terrible, but what are you gonna do, man? There's gonna be dick people no matter where you go, and there's dick people in this too. But the nice way would be to stand in line like everybody else and wait to summit. But again, you want to be a dick, by all means, you do you, man. No judging here, man, because karma is a bitch. Anyway, here comes the walk at the beginning of the 500 steps. It is a great jog. Some of it is pretty high, so if you want to rest, you should rest a bit. And if you can't do it, don't do it, don't try. The views are spectacular. I wish I spent more time in the rice paddy field, but again, because I summited, I wasted half an hour there, and because of the tour bus, I had no chance but to get back to the bus as soon as I could afterwards. And also, Hanoi, unlike Ho Chi Minh City, is not 24/7, 365 days hot. In fact, after this trip, which is taken in November 2025, when we left Hanoi, it was relatively okay, 80 degrees, even close to 90. I was wearing shorts and a t-shirt. By the time we got back from this one-day trip back to Hanoi, it was down to the 40s. I actually caught a cold from doing this because I had no expectation that Hanoi was going to be that cold. And the next few days we were there was cold as F as well. So check the weather and dress accordingly, especially during the winter in Hanoi. Hanoi is the northern part of Vietnam, so it does get cold. Ho Chi Minh City probably not as cold, but Hanoi for sure. Let's just say parts of me shriveled up just going to the pee bathroom during this drive back, and I was completely shocked. I could not believe how cold it was. So if you don't want your part of the body to be frozen and shrivel up, please bring clothes accordingly and enjoy this little walk up the mountains. With that said, enjoy the view, enjoy the ride of life, and you don't have to travel as far as some of the videos that's here or on YouTube. Just travel to the next state, travel to the next county, and see what life is about. It could be similar to where you're at, not a big drastic difference, but it is different. And anytime you see a different view of life is always a blessing. So with that said, enjoy the view, bud, and please hit that like and subscribe button. left, 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 left. What do you think? Not worth it? You go where? Well, we can never, I guess.